Miniature Motorsports Racing Association, a nationwide stock car sanctioning body providing young racers with the path to greatness. The journey begins with the future stars of racing for kids as young as 8 years old. With increasing skill, they advance all the way through our pro division. Join us now for some of the exciting action from MMRA.
This one's gonna hurt. Oh, Frank, give him a second. Folks, we're sitting here with the winner of the Florida Dodge Dealers 200 just last night at Daytona International Speedway, Carl Edwards.
Running for the National Points Championship this year.
Take it away whenever you're ready.
Welcome to MMRA Racing.
Hello race fans and welcome to MMRA Racing. My name is Pete Niemeyer and it's my pleasure to bring you the exciting action of our 2004 Touring and Grand National Series here on Empire Sports Network. The Miniature Motorsports Racing Association is celebrating our 10-year anniversary in 2005. There's been a lot of exciting action over these last 10 years and we're finally starting to be able to record some of it to share with all of you. What we're going to be showing you here in these series of TV shows is our 2004 Touring and Grand National Series. We start at Orlando Speed World down in Florida, work our way up through the East Coast, ending up at Lake Erie Speedway in Pennsylvania. Then we head out to the West Coast to Rochester, Washington to finish up our West Coast Grand National race. It's going to be an exciting series of shows. We're glad you're here to join us now. And if you're lucky enough to have TiVo or a DVR system, you can set it up right now to record each week at this same time, and you'll be sure to catch all of the action. So let's get started now. We'll head down to Orlando Speed World, where our Pro Division Baby Grand race cars kicked off the 2004 season.
Before we get into the racing action, let's take one lap around Orlando Speed World. As we come across the start-finish line and head into turn number 1, we'll see that the track does have some banking, but nowhere near to the same degree as we'll see at Riverview Speedway for our second Touring Series race. As we come off of turn number 2, the track is nice and wide, but that outside wall will come up and bite you if you're not careful. Heading down the backstretch, we'll get into turn number 3. Again, a little bit of banking, just enough to help turn the car, but you're really going to have to drive the car here at Orlando Speed World. Before we got into the racing action, though, we did have a chance to sit down with Carl Edwards and talk about his experience in Baby Grands.
Well, folks, we're sitting here with the winner of the Florida Dodge Dealers 200 just last night at Daytona International Speedway, Carl Edwards. But Carl, you're sitting here with us because you were also the 2002 Baby Grand National Champion, and you've come back to run the cars again.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I mean, these cars are awesome. This was a real stepping stone in my career running these Baby Grand cars. I learned a lot about. I didn't even know what a track bar adjustment felt like until I drove one of these, and I mean, it's a race car, and you know, like you said, it won the Florida Dodge Dealers 250. You said 200. If it would have been 200 miles, I wouldn't have won it because had some adversity to overcome there. But you know, won that last night, and I'm here today, and I'm just as excited to run this race this afternoon. I mean, this is going to be a blast. These cars are so much fun, and I'm hoping to apply some stuff that I've learned the last year and not look like an idiot out here.
Well, I'm sure that won't be the case, but now this is the very first race for Baby Grands under MMRA sanctioning as our new pro division.
Yep.
And boy, they've put on a great show in heat races, and they really do appear to be just like a late model stock car on the track. And you mentioned some about the adjustability also of the cars.
Right, the adjustability is huge. I mean, if you make a quarter-inch or half-inch track bar adjustment on these things, it's like going 2 inches on a full-size car. So you learn that feel right off the bat real quick. And But to me, the neatest thing about these vehicles, I remember the first time I saw them race in Moberly, Missouri. I was captivated. I mean, I sat down my tools. We had like an IMCA type modified there. And I watched these. That's what happens. The phone will not quit ringing, which is a good thing. You know, I watched these cars go around, and I sat down on my tools, and I grabbed my pit guys, and I said, "You have to watch this. I mean, this looks like a Winston Cup race right here at our half-mile pavement track." And the cars are just so much fun to watch, and their competition's so tight that I mean, I don't think there's a better series you could go get involved with.
Well, and one of the things we were looking at is having the Baby Grands come on board as a stepping stone from our guys that start out in the Mini Cup cars.
Right.
And does it seem like that would be a good fit for a young racer that has aspirations to move up into racing? Is this a good progression to go through the Baby Grands?
Right. The Baby Grand cars, to me, you know, I haven't driven a Mini Cup car. I think I drove one time, and that was pretty wild. But the Baby Grands, to me, when I started driving them, I was driving a USAC Silver Crown car. And you say, man, those are totally different machines. But in reality, the way they react, how quickly they react, how much grip they have, it helped me a lot with that series. And, you know, any USAC series or, you know, traveling series, you know, the fast-paced action, the tunability of the vehicles, the precision you have to drive with, I think a Baby Grand car could really train you for any of that. So to me, it just helps me. I mean, this is going to hone my skills. You know, it's a good race car to get in, even for a guy like myself, just as a training tool.
So even now, as you've kind of advanced to the upper levels of NASCAR, you're still excited about getting into Baby Grand and turning some laps?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really excited. I mean, there's, you know, I live to race, and racing something like this, I mean, they're real race cars. It's a lot of fun.
So, guys, tonight is the very first Pro Division race, and one of the entrants is Carl Edwards Jr. It's going to be an exciting race.
Don't go away, because when we come back, we'll have more exciting action from Orlando Speed World.